Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us. I'm joined now by the double champ, Regian Eersel. Guys, please do remember to raise your hands and we will get to your questions. You can either send in your question via the chat or we will open your mic. First up, got to ask you, 2 belts. How does that feel?
It's 2 belts. It's one of my life goals, and yeah, I did it, man. You have to call me champ now.
Absolutely. Well, questions coming in for the champ from the global media. First up is Vincent Richards of Sportskita, who asks, in Holland, the emphasis is on Dutch kickboxing, but you've been able to win the Muay Thai world title. What does that say about your striking abilities and the training style of your gym compared to other gyms in the Netherlands?
Well, my gym is Sichotong, Amsterdam, and everybody knows the name Sichotong. It's from a Thai gym in Thailand, and we focusing on both sports, kickboxing and Muay Thai. And if you know me, before I signed with one championship, I was already a Muay Thai world champion. So it's not new to me, So for me, it's like, I wouldn't say easy to adapt, but a little bit rigorous, but it was okay. I really enjoyed it.
Next up, the question comes from Luisa Morales of Philippine Star, who asks, it was a close fight. What do you think about a rematch with Sinsamut? How would you do things differently next time around?
In my opinion, it was not a close fight. If you saw the fight, I think the first 2 rounds, I was really testing him. And I think from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round, I put the pressure and you saw his face at the end of the fight, so.
Next question comes from spin.ph, Randolph Leongson, who asks, how did it feel to fight in front of a rowdy crowd here in Kuala Lumpur? Did you get a boost from the noise when the fight started to heat up?
Yes, this was the first time with audience since COVID-19, and I really get a boost. When I was coming up and I heard my music, and now I heard the audience, the people, and they were yelling for me. So it was really a boost for me. Also during the fight, it kept me hyped up,
Onward to Kyle Siegel now from the Going Live Network. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hey, Regan, this is Kyle from the Going Live Network. We loved watching you for years. Congrats.
Thank you.
Clinton seemed like he tried to take the fight to you, which is usually, you just countering. I mean, that's your bread and butter. Did you feel like he just entered your world and that's why you were so successful tonight?
No, I had the feeling I entered his world, he had a lot of more experience than me in Muay Thai, especially with the small gloves. So I was, in the beginning of the fight, I was a little bit careful, and I know he's a counter fighter. So I didn't really put the pressure. But my game plan worked, and I got the win. So
yeah, that's what matters. And I mean, double champ sounds good, but triple champ and come to MMA. Oh. Is that something you're projecting next?
It's not a goal, but I say never, and I leave that up to one championship, and yeah, that's it, man. I have an open future, I'm 29 now, so I still have a couple of years left. So let's see what the future brings.
In your prime, we love seeing you fight. Congrats, and have a good rest of your night.
Thank you.
Cheers, Carl. Next up, it's Nick Atkin from SEMP. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Regan. Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
I think, yeah, you talked about it a little already. I was quite surprised it was split decision. I thought it would be unanimous.
Thank you.
Does that kind of thing annoy you slightly when your record is forever going to say split decision? You had a very close fight last time. I guess you wanted to put on more of an authoritative win this time. Yes. Does it annoy you or do you care?
It's a little bit annoying, but it's okay, it's Muay Thai and a fight against a Thai fighter, and I fight in Asia, so it's his hometown, but it's okay, I got the win, so that's the most important thing, and I think I showed the world, what I'm capable of, and yeah, that's it, man.
And, in my opinion, I think you're really one of the most underrated guys. It's just funny, though, because you have 2 belts, but you're one of the real unsung heroes in one championship. You fought a lot during the pandemic when the company needed you. They needed a main event. Do you take pride in being like that reliable guy who takes any fight, always turns up, always makes weight, and always wins?
Thank you. Yes, if you know me, I take any fight. I just said it also after the fight. Put me here on championship, and I will be here, and I will fight. That's me.
Yeah, you looking to get back in soon then?
Yes,
A
of
few
course.
people have been calling for Manila. Is that too quickly? December?
December, yeah, maybe. I think I have a little bit injury on my knuckle, but I will see how that goes, and maybe you'll see me December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, can't wait. Whenever it is. Thanks again for speaking to me, and congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Next up, we're going to go to Jeffrey Hu from Kung Fu Kingdom.
Hey, man.
Hey.
First of all, congratulations on being a two-sport world champion within the one promotion.
Thank you.
So, yeah, now you won the Muay Thai world title. Whom do you plan on defending the belt against?
I have no name. Like I said before, one championship give me a name and I will be there, So I'm not like a really hype fighter and challenge some people. No, man, I just want to fight, Give me a fight, I will be here. So no name, just let me fight.
Sounds good. Yeah, I also did see you do a little of that kung fu pose over there.
Yeah.
Do you happen to be a fan of like any like kung fu movies or like video games or anything?
Not really. In the past, when I was little, I watched Bruce Lee with my father. Of course, everybody watched the movies of Bruce Lee. And what you say about games? I'm like really first person shooter, so yeah, like Call of Duty.
That's actually really nice to hear coming, given that I'm a former Marine. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Okay. Nice.
thanks, man, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next question comes from Sean Sheehan of Sherdog. Sean, you're up.
Hi there. I just want to ask you, you spoke earlier about the game plan and maybe to start a little bit slower and to kind of come into the fight and up the pace. How dangerous is that? Obviously, going in there against high-level strikers, if you start too slow, you could get hit with big shots or knocked out. In your opinion, what's the risks of that tactic?
The risk of that thing, it's already a risk to step inside the circle, especially against Klimny with small gloves. So, as I said before, it's a challenge for me. And when I have a fight, I go with a game plan, and you have to go with game plan A, game plan B, game plan C, and the game plan A worked. And yeah, it was just, I'm just looking for holes the first and the second round and put on the pace from the third, fourth, fifth round. And it worked, and yeah, it's always a risk to get hit, but you have to take that risk. Otherwise you don't get a performance like this.
On that as well, obviously he landed a lot of leg kicks, as did you, and a lot of kicks to the body as well. Yeah. Was there any kind of thought in your head midway through the fight that these are going to add up and maybe that game plan won't be able to be produced in the fourth and fifth?
Yeah, I was feeling the leg kicks, and I was thinking, okay, I have to block the leg kicks, otherwise I'm gonna get like how do you say, pain in the later rounds. And I did. If you saw the fight, I did block the leg kicks in the third, fourth, and fifth round, and yeah, just head on with the game plan.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers, Sean. Next up is Abdullah from Verdict MMA.
Hello, Eersel. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Oh, deep voice, man.
Thanks. You now hold 2 belts in one, in Muay Thai and kickboxing.
Yes.
Does either belt mean more to you than the other?
No, man, no. I am world champion of 2 sports now, and yeah, you can't compare this. It's there. I am both world champion. So it's the same for me.
Thank you. And What would you say is the hardest sort of adaptation or obstacle you had to overcome starting out the fight in smaller gloves back in Muay Thai after a long time?
The hardest thing was, I think, the 4-ounce gloves. You know, you can't really defend with them, and the punches come do a lot of damage. And yeah, that's the thing, you know. And yeah, you have to adapt your fighting style. You cannot cover up like kickboxing, you know, because the gloves are bigger in kickboxing. Yeah, this is the only thing. Elbows, I used to throw elbows on only this time. I didn't do it like really well because the distance with me and Klimny was like really far away. So I didn't want to take the risk to go inside because, you know, he's a Thai fighter and he's used to throw elbows. You know, so, yeah.
Thanks. It's a very insightful answer. And now that you have 2 belts, do you plan on being just as active, defending your Muay Thai belt as your kickboxing belt?
Yes, I'm gonna defend both belts. So that's the goal, you know, both belts.
Thank you. I look forward to it. And the last one for me, how are you going to celebrate this win?
I'm not like a guy that's gonna celebrate a party, you know, and stay up late and so. But I'm gonna enjoy this, you know, spending time with my family because it was a hard training camp, and yeah, just enjoy my victory.
Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Abdullah. Next up is a text question from Ben Imperial of Sports Kita, who asks, how do you grade Sinsamut as an opponent? Would you say he's one of the best that you've faced?
No, I don't think he's one of the best I faced. The reason why his fight IQ was not that smart, respectfully. Yeah, the only thing was he's a hard fighter, you know. He used to have the small gloves and that makes him dangerous. He also won his last two fights on KO, so that shows he's got a lot of power in his body. But besides that, no, he was not the hardest fight I ever had.
You've proven yourself to be imperious in your striking ever since you joined One Championship. Who out there in any division, any sport, MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, do you see as on your level who's really impressed you?
Nobody. Nobody. There's only be one person. That's me, you know, Regian the Immortal Eersel.
Respect. And I just want to dig a little bit deeper because your attitude is amazing when people, of course, they want to push you. 3 belts next. So when you talk about MMA and that it's possible, what is your grappling background? How do you feel about grappling and how do you feel about people like Cade Ruotolo, the things that they're doing? What does grappling mean in your world?
You know, to be honest, to do grappling, I don't really like grappling. Just to be honest, I really like the stand-up fighting. But I have a lot of respect, of course. My father is a black belt jiu-jitsu. So if the offer comes and, you know, the terms are right, and when championship says, okay, we have an MMA fight for you in the future, and the terms are right, I can cross over to my dad, you know, and train in his gym because he has own team of fighters. But yeah, I have a lot of respect. You know, the ground game is a different game, man. It's very different. So a lot of respect for you guys.
Kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, always the immortal we must watch.
Yes. You know, it's always a war. You know, when I'm here. You know, put on my mask, my war face go on, and showtime.
Maximum respect, champ. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.